I am waiting for the connection to stabilize. So in theory, yeah, I'm still waiting. If I make this, I am recording this as well. I am waiting for the stable connection. I think we're good. Anyway, I've decided to finish this in another time. Like normally I would do it around 9 p.m. but you know, first of all, I can't wait for this to be finished, and at the same time no one's watching anyway, so I'm absolved of all my crimes, sort of speak. Yeah, for those of you who are watching this afterwards, hello, nice to meet you. I'm very flattered that you've decided to watch this afterwards. And yeah, this is still the 1979 Gibson E2 Explorer. Which I'm bringing back to life, as you can see. So what I've did off camera is I've made a refret. You can see it here. I am actually quite content with this, although the first fret, the fret ends are a little bit too steep, and I am afraid that when I'm gonna put the strings on, this will not align properly, so the string will fall off. And if that happens, I will think what to do. I am very hopeful to keep, I am pretty sure, the original nut, because this is a cool nut. This is a brass nut, and also it shows that when the Gibson was still made in Kalamazoo, Michigan, they've cut the nut properly always, because you can see that. Wait, you cannot see. I hope it focuses properly. So this slot for the E string is a little bit angled towards the first tuner, and the E, the low E, is also angled a little bit to accommodate for the string going through in this direction. So I am relatively sure that this is an original or very well done afterward nut, which would be removed on almost all of them, all of those E2 Explorers. Anyway, if this is too if this is not high enough, because I've put frets that are just a tad more tad higher than the normal nut, the normal frets, because this is Dunlop 6105, and normally you would have this Jaskar frets, and the difference is like minimal, like thousandths of a millimeter or hundreds of a millimeter, no, tenths of millimeter high. Anyway, still it can buzz. I can do two things. Either I'm gonna replace this nut with a bone one, and I will have to cut it again, or I will just put a shim and raise it, because I'm still unsure if I like this nut. Like, I know this is very high quality nut, and the brass nuts are just very hard to work on, but I still like the normal bone ones. Funnily enough, I don't know why, I am not a big fan of Graphtec, although I have it on a few of my guitars. Still, recently I've started really liking the bow nut. There is no reason, no other reason, just... Anyways, since we're here, I'm just gonna... And I need my... The problem with those type of guitars, those very much used and abused ones, I don't know which... what have I done, and by that I mean which dents and scratches are my wrongdoing, because I think I've made like few of them. I can't tell you which one are mine. This is like a blessing and a curse, if you ask me, because every single time I uncover some of the problems that are on this guitar, I always have to wonder if this is me or someone else, you know. So this is what I have here, is the incomplete set of Schaller tuners. The problem with the original tuners that I have is, first, the bolts for those were not good, just not good at all, and I am very much wary of putting them on this guitar, because I've had to extract like 3 bolts from the front side. There is, I will show this to you. Yesterday I've spent like an hour removing this broken screw and replay, and you know, as you can see, it cost me a lot of time, and also it looks okay, but it's not perfect, right? I could have just plugged it with the with a piece of wood, but then again, I think I don't believe in doing something, when it comes to guitar, in doing something very not mindful for the next person that is going to work on this guitar, right? So if there was a broken screw and someone else will work on it in a few years, they will rediscover it and curse whatever me out of the existence. Anyway, some of the washers were destroyed, and this is not my wrongdoing, but just time and the heat that this this guitar sustained. I will keep them, but you know, those need to be replaced as well. And I don't have golden ones, I have nickel ones, but since they are very much worn out, it should not be a problem, right? In my opinion, at least. So let's prepare it, because I want to make a very nice reel for Instagram with popping those puppies in. I will also experiment, because I don't know which type of channel should I categorize this as. Wait, okay, I thought that I've lost one of the tuners. I don't know how to categorize this channel. This time I'm in the educational section of YouTube, but still, sometimes when I go to the basement to work on my guitars, I sing, and I may do it in the future, like working on the guitar and singing. I don't know, just a thought, I guess. Anyway, I'll shut up now, because I'm doing the Instagram reel. I will have to plug those holes. Great. Wonderful. Not what I was expecting. Do I have like something else that I can pop in there with a proper diameter of a screw? It's always something, guys. It's always something. I do believe this is just a cracked. I've witnessed a crack here, right? And this is not good. Never good. But sometimes, not very often, but sometimes this is just not in the wood itself, but in the finish. So I will have to investigate that, because otherwise I will be putting some super glue in it. It's definitely in definition. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Anyways, where were we? I was looking for a job and then I find a job. And heaven knows I'm miserable now. Those look promising. I was... then I find a job. And heaven knows I'm miserable now. Kinda sorta same problem, but I can use some... Those are a little bit more tight, and I think I can get away with with not fully plugging the hole, just to put some toothpicks, and it should be fine. Oh, I hate when I'm stupid. This was stupid, guys. This was very, very stupid. Sometimes when you're trying to do something fast, you do something like that, which is not the smartest move in the world. Okay. Christ. Oh, that is dumb, what I've just done. Again. When doing stuff, it's not a good thing to do.
Ach, Simon.
Ja.
Simon, denk dran, der schwarze Müll geht am Montag, ne?
Jo,
Wenn du noch hast.
ich habe eine Kiste hier.
Machst du der kleinen drin ist, die eine ist voll, ne?
Mhm. Montag?
Montag.
Ja. Kein Problem.
Nächste Woche ist die voller.
Mhm.
Ja, ich habe von meinem Bett habe ich was weggeschmissen, ne?
Mhm.
Das ist schön weg, ne?
Mhm.
Neue Deckenbettdecke gekauft, neue Kopfkissen gekauft.
Du hast alles neu.
Ja, die alten, die waren hier 25 Jahre alt.
Ja, dann das ist Zeit, dann.
Ja. Ich habe jetzt eine Decke gekauft, weißt du, da brauchst du keinen Überzug mehr drauf machen. Ne?
Mhm.
Das ist alles in eins. Brauche ich auch ganz schnell. Pulver reingeschmissen, Gelle da. Halbe Stunde war es trocken. Da machst du Livestream.
Ja, aber niemand guckt gerade, also das ist sowieso okay.
Nicht, dass du nicht hört, man fest.
Na und? Hast du etwas?
1 Million Follower.
Ja, 20.000 Millionen ohne Ende. Ich bin weltbekannt. Ach, das weiß ich nicht. Ja, stimmt. Ich vergesse das immer, wenn ich hier bin in Deutschland. In Polen, das ist ein bisschen mehr gefeiert, sage ich das so. Aber hier in Deutschland ist das auch so, doch, dass du hast diese, wie heißt das denn? Nicht Allerheiligen, aber ich war doch in die evangelische Kirche hier. Ja. So solche Denkmal-Dings. Ich weiß nicht, wie ich das genannt.
Ja, Allerheiligen ist hier bei uns, wo ich früher bei war, bei evangelischen Kirchen ist das ja nicht so. Da ist der Totensonntag. Ne? Hier ist ja kein Feiertag auch nicht mehr. Da ist hier helfen. Aber hier ich komme. So,
Mach. Arbeitest du draußen oder was? Du hast immer etwas zu tun. Viel Spaß. don't have a lot of options here, unfortunately. I don't have any spare parts for the golden tuners here. It's always something, right? It's always something. I thought that those will be fine, because those are shallow tuners. They won't fit. Yeah, I will change them. I will earn. This is so frustrating. Because it's just a tad more, like a few millimeters more, and it will be fine. I don't like when this happens. But you know what? No. I don't care that much. Nobody but us will know that those are wrong ones. At some point I might change them for something more, for something nicer, something that looks apart a little bit more. But then again, you can barely see it in the full light. Maybe when I'm playing I will be seeing those. I don't think so. Now, the moment of truth where I will be just put it. Anyway, I was saying that the tension on those screws is quite important, because you need to put just enough so they would be in place, but not to such an extent where it cracks to the finish underneath. You know, this is problematic as always. Okay. So with that done, I will pack the machine heads in here, put them away, and I will show you what I've done with the pickup. Yeah, let's go here. And move the guitar a little bit. Okay. So the pickup leads were cut off quite sharply, or quite shortly, not sharply, because this is my neck pickup and the lead is very short. So here's the PAF, and you can see I've just extended it. This is the old wire, this is the vintage wire. It works fine, and it is the same, of the same quality as the old one, so I've just put it on the more expensive pickup because this is historical accuracy. This is the new wire that I've acquired. It is a little bit different. It really, you can tell the difference. It's not worse or something, it's just, you know that this is not an original wire for this pickup. And now I will have to extend the length of this one as well. And I think we can put the strings on soon. I will just have to finish cleaning the tailpiece. Christ. Where did I put the bridge? Oh, I'll find it. This is one of my many problems. I don't put the stuff that I'm working on in the right place. Anyway, I've cleaned it a little bit, not to take all of the vintage patina, you know, stuff. But still, this has to feel right, you know? And when it doesn't, it looks good enough. This bridge has this, this is nickel part, but it looks okay. Like, it looks used and abused, as the whole guitar aesthetic is. So with that said, let's make some space for the work I'm about to do. Let's test it. $16 kilo ohms. This will be hot. This will be very hot. It is. It's not gonna be. It is. Chłopie, ty masz do mnie interes, a nie ja do ciebie. Will I be able to put this thing on? Let's see. Yes, actually has. What a surprise. Let's cut it. I know, guys, riveting content. The guy's trying to... Oh yeah. Son of a bitch, I'm in. And I'm not in. Oh, I hate when it happens. Yeah, no, it needs to come off. Why work smarter when you can work harder? It's my motto for all of eternity. Let's leave it like that. It's good enough. And now we're gonna have to connect those two as well. Okay, and before I put the installation over it, I will have to test it. Yep, works. Oh. Yet again, work harder, not smarter. very different wire in the feeling and so on and so forth. 16 kilo ohms. This is crazy stuff. Where's the frame? Here. Okay, now which side is the side I am looking for? So this is north, this is south. So here is south and here is north. So that's actually right, because here I've got some heat damage and those are also black, so this is the correct position for it. And here are the springs. Mm-hmm. It's starting to look very nice. Not gonna lie. And now the switch. I will have to re-drill this hole, so I will plug it. Because the pickguard was deformed in the fire, right? It was a little bit, if you can see, it's already here a little bit wonky. And it actually deformed forwards. So I've had to heat it up and just clamp it on so it would be flat. It starts to look really good, guys. Like really good. I like it. This is the old switch. It's from Switchcraft. I will clean it with some contact cleaner, as usual. Because it won't be contacting if it's not clean. But to my surprise, it is relatively clean. Like the Top gear, top tip right now. Don't waste your money and effort on a specialty cable. Because, and right now I've already forgotten where I've put it. No, here. If you have an old charger, phone charger, that doesn't connect here or here, you can take this cable, cut it, and there is always like 5 or 6 lead inside, or 4 I think, and it is shielded most of the times, although this one quite poorly. Oh no, sorry, it's okay. And all you have to do is test it, and you're good to go. 4 lead wire. So and the good thing is those are very thin cables, so before that it wasn't from the factory, but those I think so. I think it wasn't from the factory. It doesn't look like that, because those are really thick cables that we have here. Really thick. I will keep this wire. Like it's not Gibson like to use such a wire. You know, I might be wrong. I've never disassembled any of the 80s models, but this is a very thick wire, more than it needs to be. There's no branding on it, nothing whatsoever, and it is also quite comically short, although I guess it's okay. I don't know if it's the original wire. For me, this is way too thick anyways. So if Gibson did it, not a good engineering. You want your cable leads to be relatively thin, within a reason, of course. I will use one of the older washers for it. Anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it for now. I will be back in a few hours for a second stream. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.